Good morning, Luxury Craftsman here. Well, it's a big day. We're getting ready to plant some tomatoes. This is Big Zach, got here beside me. He's 90 days old, and we're going to prepare some soil today. So let's head out to the garden and see what we can come up with. We got the peat moss, Pro Mix, cow manure, gypsum, and a lot of other stuff. Well, let's get started. Head on out to the garden. This is planting the giant tomatoes. We got all our dirt ready. We got everything ready to go, and we've started everything from seed 90 days ago, because we got to think back of what our first frost-free date is and work backwards from there. So we're all free of frost now. We don't have to worry about covering anything up, and we'll go ahead and get started. Hopefully we'll get over 5 pounds this year on one tomato. We'll end up using one plant, and we'll have one tomato on one plant, and we'll let all that energy go to that one tomato growth. Well, here's the garden. It's been a long, hard winter, you know, so we got some work to do. But I think it'll all turn out fine once we get everything turned over, and all our cow manure, which we got laid out here, mixed in with our peat moss. And our gypsum for our calcium. So let's see what we can do. Okay, so we ended up pairing 72 seeds and plants down to 8. That's the 8 best of the bunch right there, and we'll see what we can do with that. Hopefully one of those is going to have the giant 5 pound plus tomato on it, and it's probably going to come from a mega bloom. One of these guys right here is going to turn into a mega bloom, and it's normally the first one is the biggest one on the bract, and the rest of them will be called off, so we can have one plant grow one tomato. But we got some pretty good blooms after 90 days. But we've been hitting them with some high phosphorus, like whatever it is, 5-5-10, I think. High on the last number, NPK, nitrogen, phosphorus, and potash. All right, let's unload these babies. These are the wicking pots here, a field tile in the bottom, and then landscaping fabric, and then the growing medium on top of it. And it's got a little fill hole over here, and it's always got water a third of the way up, and it's got a drain hole over here that overflows when it gets above a third of the way up. So that's constant moisture. Now you can see the weeds like constant moisture just as well as the tomatoes do. But we'll see which does better, the native earth or the wicking barrels. I'm guessing native earth, because I can get a lot more root spread on like a 2 foot by 2 foot cubic area for a native earth, where I'm not Not got quite that, probably in one of these wicking tubs. All right, so you've seen the black cow. It's plain manure, easy to handle and bagged up, doesn't smell. 0.5, 0.5, 0.5. So, you know, that's a natural. It's not synthetic in any way. Half a half a half. More for texture and moisture retention than it is nutrients, but it does give some nutrients. All right, so we got them all. Big Zach's up front. That's the one the neighbors are going to see. We want him right up front. He's the big boy. He's the 5-pounder that's going to have the mega blooms on it. Don't see a mega bloom yet. It would be the first one on the brack, like this guy right here is a little fat at the top. That would really be doubled up if that was going to be a mega. And I don't see that. So we'll keep looking and we'll keep pouring the phosphorus to it till we get some good blooms. All right, now here's our other amendments. You saw the cow manure. Now the Pro Mix is going to go in with the cow manure, and that's going to be our major mix. Cow manure and premium Pro Mix, which has Micro Easy in it. I don't know if you're familiar with Micro Easy, but it's a type of fungus that comes out of the woods, and it causes the roots to double up and grow on each other, and you'll have twice the root production. Because I checked it last year and I had twice the size of the roots just because of that branching caused by Micro Easy that's built into the Pro Mix. We're going to put a little synthetic fertilizer, tomato vegetable fertilizer, and we're looking at the NPK on that. It's going to be 10, 10, 15, 15. So it's nitrogen, phosphorus, and potash. 10, 15, 15. So vegetables love that combination. Bigger on the phosphorus for the flowers. Okay, and then worm castings. Can't do without worm casting. Worm fertilizer from, well, you know what worm castings are. We're going to get the soil real nice and soft, and it'll give it some fertilizing. Tomato Tone, which is an organic fertilizer, and it's made out of feather meal, poultry manure, bone meal, alfalfa meal, green sand, sulfate of potash, magnesia, and 2% slow release nitrogen. So from the feathers. So that's what you want, slow release on these tomatoes. You don't want to burn them, and you don't want very much nitrogen because you don't want any leaves. You want some tomato. And of course, we have to have fast-acting gypsum for blossom end rot and addition of calcium. And it also loosens up clay soils, which we are a heavy clay soil right now. And then a little bit of Epsom salt, maybe a tablespoon per hole of magnesium sulfate. And then we have the main fertilizer, which has been tested at universities to be for commercial growers. Calcium nitrate, 1500. Tomato and vegetable, 41836. And then, of course, more of the Epsom salt, magnesium sulfate. And this, they test the leaves, pull the leaves off, cut them up, and do a Brix test for the amount of sugar that's in the leaves. And they have identified the exact mix of fertilizer to make the biggest tomato. So I don't know what else I can do to get a 5-pound tomato. Let's just see. We'll catch you next time. Thanks for visiting the Luxury Craftsman.